Well, good morning, everyone. That is the view outside of my passenger window, watching the sunrise over a distant snowy butte, and it is a butte. I'm parked out in the desert, and whenever I'm in an area like this, I always try to face my car pointed northward. That way, out my windshield, I can watch through my windshield, I can watch the Big Dipper in Cassiopeia rotating around the North Star, which is Polaris. But the added benefit is in the morning, I get to watch the sunrise just right out my window. Spectacular this morning. Well, I have a big day planned. I am looking forward to making some coffee and a big breakfast, so I'm going to get dressed and get started with my day. Good morning, everyone. It's gonna be a golden day. Okay, so I found myself with coffee beans, but I realized I didn't have a grinder. So I just used a couple of rocks that I found. A rounded rock here and a flat rock. And I just wrapped up the beans in some coffee filters and stone ground them myself. There's nothing like fresh, hand-prepared stone ground coffee in the morning underneath snow-capped mountains. So it's the silliest thing. I had my coffee materials here on my trunk when I was making my coffee, and the wind blew my little measuring spoon, little brown spoon about that big, blew it off, and I have spent, I kid you not, 15 minutes looking for that ridiculous spoon. How is it possible to lose something that you had in your hand 5 seconds ago and it's nowhere to be seen? I can't find it anywhere. Is that just me, or has that ever happened to you? That something just drops. Okay, so breakfast is nothing fancy today, but I'm just frying up some of my leftovers from last night's dinner. It was cold enough that my steak stayed cold, so I'm just refrying it, and a couple of green beans, a couple of red peppers, and then I will make scrambled eggs. You know, eggs makes everything breakfast. All right, so I have been lollygagging for about 20 minutes trying to find that silly coffee spoon. I don't know where it went. How can something disappear like that? I really need to get my hike started if I'm going to get it done today. And I was gearing up to go and realized that I have to make some more trail mix. So oftentimes I'll just make my own trail mix. Sometimes I'll buy the Walmart brand, Walmart Great Value or whatever it is. It's about $7 a bag. It's pretty good. I throw it into one of these plastic containers. It's pretty good, but it has, oftentimes it's just overloaded with peanuts and almonds, which I like those, but I don't want to eat just those incessantly. So I make my own. I want to show you how I make my own trail mix. I will take the generic Walmart bag and I'll mix it in with my own ingredients. So I have an empty Great Value cashews jar from one that I finished, but I'll buy a new one of those, and that, let's see, these are about $8, I think, but it's 100% cashews, which I enjoy. And then I will purchase halves and pieces of walnuts, and this bag, I don't remember, I think that bag is about $7 for this bag. Okay, so let's see, 7, what did I say, 8, so 15, all right, 15, and then I add, here's the healthy part, okay, please don't judge me, okay, Skittles, and then Raisinets, and then a box of M&M peanut, and then some Junior Mints, just for kind of a refreshing taste. So those are $1.24 each. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's $5. So what did I say? 15. So $20 here. And then I have a mostly finished bag. These are probably my favorite chips, but Sun Chips, the Garden Salsa. A lot of seasoning in these, so I'll put this in with the rest of the ingredients. So since I have an empty container, it's a simple matter. And I'll open up one container of cashews and dump about half of it into the empty container. All right, that's almost half. All right, and then I'll open up the walnuts. Bloop, walnuts, and then I'll throw in walnuts here, about half and half. Bloop. Okay, let's see, and then I'll take the generic walnut brand or Walmart brand and dump this in there. Oops, I lost a cashew. All right, and then into this one. All right, and then, let's see, I'm gonna get this mixed up pretty well. All right, and then I open up each of these containers. These get sticky, but the neat thing is, once I get them in here and mix them up with the nuts, then the salt kind of de-stickifies them. I'm going to eat what I spilled. All right, and then the M&Ms. Uh-oh. All right, this is not scientific at all. Raisinets. So tell me, what would you put in your trail mix containers? I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear some more ideas. I just basically buy whatever looks good when I'm at the grocery store, and that's what I put in. So it can change from time to time. But I would love to hear what you would put in your trail mix. All right, Skittles. You know, I think Skittles and some salty peanuts, that's like one of the best snacks ever. Uh-oh, this one is a little full. All right, oops. Oh no, run away. And there's that. And then I'm gonna finish off. I've eaten, it's ridiculous, just absolutely gluttony. I've been eating on this bag of chips, and I've eaten most of it. And I just throw those in there. Of course, the chips themselves get all crunched up. That's not really a big deal, but it's the seasoning that gets in there and coats everything and just gives a cacophony of flavors. All right. There we go. Oops, more. Okay. All right, and then close everything up. And mix it up. All right, and mix it up. And get it all mixed up. Once I do that, then I have for, let's see, how much money did I spend? 20, after tax and everything, about $25. And I have 3 loaded down containers of my favorite trail mix. So yeah, that's what I do. Would love to hear what ingredients you would put in yours. Okay, so I've lollygagged long enough, dilly-dallied long enough, looking for that spoon. Oh, that plastic spoon has derailed my whole day. But in all seriousness, so instead of hiking to the buttes in that direction today, I'm going to just hike over to this knob right over here. And I don't see a trail leading to where I want to go, so I'm just going to hike across this desert area through this scrub brush. And I should be there probably, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes. But there's a big canyon between where I am and that hill, so it might prove to be a picturesque say it again, picturesque hike nonetheless. But I will say, anytime I go off trail, off unmarked trail, I do a few extra safety procedures just to be careful, because it's so easy to get lost in these areas. So here's what I've done. I'm carrying a little bit of extra water. I have an extra battery pack for my phone. I have an extra headlamp. Let's see. I have also I texted one of my friends back home just to let them know where I am and that I should be back at a specific time. And then what else did I do? Oh, on my phone, which is something I normally do anyway, I am running my GPS and I set a waypoint at my car. Therefore, if I completely get lost somehow, which might happen, I'll have a waypoint to help me get back, so I know where my car is. Even though I don't expect to be too long, the strangest things will happen when you're out in the desert, in unfamiliar territory, and it's very easy to get turned around. It's happened to me before when I've been mountain biking in regions like this, and all of a sudden you don't know where you are. It can happen very quickly. So I try to be prepared. All right, well, I'm gonna head over to this knob and I'm gonna hike down into this little valley section just to see what it's all about. And I'll check back in with you when I get up there. So even though it's wintertime, it was a little bit sketchy walking across some of these sections, just strictly because I don't know the habits of the venomous snakes in this region. I know back home we have timber rattlers and copperheads that will sometimes emerge in the wintertime. If it is a warm, sunny day, they'll come out of their dens or their habitats and they'll warm up in the sun, even in the wintertime. So I was awfully careful walking through the scrub brush, keeping my my eyes and my ears open just to listen and watch out for signs of some venomous snakes. But I didn't see any. But I found this mountain biking trail. I haven't seen a soul on it yet, but it gives me clearer visibility for my footing. The only thing I'm worried about now is if some gnarly shredder comes over a hilltop bombing the trail and I happen to be in the way. So now instead of listening for rattlesnakes, I'm listening for sprockets. Okay, my car is about 1.5 miles that way, so says the GPS. I'm gonna make my way back to my car and probably make a little bit of dinner, and I'm gonna finish reading my book, and then it'll be time for bed. Not too long from here. Not too long from now. Okay, just an update. I just wanted to solve the caper, the mystery of the lost coffee spoon. So, as the sun's setting, I made it back to my car, and look over here. It's 15 feet away from my car, and there is my coffee spoon. So the mystery's solved. All that agitation and consternation earlier over nothing. I just had to wait until sunset to find it. Anyway, I knew you would be interested. Where's the coffee spoon? There it is.